Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is Laura with Moving On Up with the Monvils, and tonight we will be making macaroni and cheese, y'all. Yes, it will be baked macaroni and cheese. It's a really easy recipe, nothing to it. And you want to make sure that your pasta is boiled, and after you strain it, you put it back in the pot. You add some milk. Then we're going to add butter. Then we're going to add the cheese of our choice. And don't forget to mix the cheese between each bag. In this batch, I used 3, which made 2 of the pans that I made. Well, you saw 1, but I did make 2. Usually if you have a bigger pan, it'll just be 1. But I try to go by how many boxes I have. So I have 1 box. I go with the 3 bags. And I mix the cheese in between every bag. So you want to keep a consistency, a really good, cheesy, smooth, no bunches of cheese like globbed together. So you want to make sure that you completely mix it really well. Now, after I mixed the cheese in and I got a good consistency, what I had added next was the breadcrumbs. I bought some seasoned breadcrumbs and I added just 1 cup of the seasoned breadcrumbs. And I mixed that in. Do the same thing that I did with the cheese. I kept mixing it until I got a really good consistency. And do keep in mind, guys, that if you need to add a little bit more milk as you go, please do that. Don't think that it has to be all thick and clumpy and sticking together. Remember, we want a smooth consistency, so when it bakes, it can all mold together and stay together. Then afterwards, I added the macaroni and cheese to the pan that I wanted to use. Remember, the pan that you see me using right now, I made two of those. You see the one that's right there in the background where the salmon is in? That would have made 1. So it all depends on how much you guys really want. I never really make a half a box of macaroni because we do eat it and we do have leftovers the next day. Once you get all the macaroni and cheese to a nice level in the pan, what we're going to do next is we're going to use our 4th bag. Yes, so we have a 4th bag of cheese that we're going to use for the top. Now, I only used a half a bag or a little bit more than a half a bag on this batch, only because remember I said I'm making a smaller pan than normal. Usually that whole bag will go literally straight across the whole pan, but I had leftovers, so I had to make sure that the second pan that I make actually gets enough cheese for the top. Then what we're going to do is I put my oven on 400 and I bake it until the top of the cheese is completely melted and golden brown. Then you pull it out of the oven. And once it cools down, you're good to cut.